Senators McCain and Obama, both big winners in the Potomac primaries. John Harwood following the results this morning. John, I don't think the results are surprising. I guess the margin on both sides, what's surprising. The landslide numbers from Obama and the razor-thin numbers for some of McCain over Huckabee.
Exactly. So I should point out, Joe, that John is my real name.
John is your real name. And you are the king of Washington.
It's not like a made-up kind of thing.
You are the king of Washington. You're the king of Washington analysis for the Democrats. But go ahead.
Look, what was surprising last night was that Barack Obama not just beat Hillary Clinton, but smashed her in both Maryland and Virginia. Maryland, we knew was a favorable venue for him, very high proportion of African-American voters. Virginia, less so. But in both places, he beat her decisively. The flip side of that, Joe, you referred to, is look how much trouble John McCain had beating Mike Huckabee in the state of Virginia. He ended up doing so. He's going to be the nominee. He's getting the delegates out of Virginia. But it starts to get uncomfortably close for Republicans when a no-hope candidate like Mike Huckabee, who's very appealing, very skilled at communicating, and he's got a constituency, is able to hold McCain's feet to the fire in quite that way. Nervous moment.
It is, and it just makes you wonder, all right, these are still some of this, John, protest votes. You just wonder whether these people that are registering whatever it is, past dismay with some of McCain's votes, you wonder whether they come around and are ardent supporters in the general election that he would need to beat an Obama or a Clinton.
Well, I think you're half right. I think they'll come around. The question is whether there's any ardency there.
Right.
You know, the vote that Mike Huckabee's getting, John McCain is going to carry that vote in the general election. The question is, how big is that vote? If it turns out in small numbers, that's big trouble for John McCain and the Republican ticket, and especially in a state like Virginia, Joe, because that's one of those purple states that's in the process of shifting. The suburban vote in the greater Washington area, Northern Virginia, is becoming more dominant. We've seen Democrats win for governor and senator in the last couple of years. Democrats have not carried it for some time in a presidential election, but that may be possible now. They edged up toward competing in the last couple of cycles. Now you look at this weakness for John McCain in Virginia. That's an open invitation for Democrats to contest Virginia.
It's very strange, John, that I'm seeing frontrunner used for Barack Obama in certain places right now. And I'm also hearing analogies to Rudy Giuliani and staking everything on Ohio and some of the big states and in Texas. But it's, what is it, March 5th?
March 4th in Texas and the state of Ohio. Both of those should be more favorable to Clinton.
I know, but can she hang on? I mean,
that is the question. You know, we've seen momentum not really operate from state to state. And so Barack Obama wins Iowa, and we're all thinking, oh, of course, he's going to roll over her in New Hampshire. Didn't happen. We saw a wave building in California a couple of weeks ago before Super Tuesday. Oh, maybe he can catch her there. He lost by 10 percentage points there. So you see states sort of rebutting the verdict of other states. But now it's a more drawn-out process. Some strategists I talked to think that momentum is actually going to make a comeback. And right now with Barack Obama, he swept the weekend. He's getting right around 60% or more of the vote in these states now. If he has another big night next Tuesday in Hawaii and Wisconsin, Wisconsin is one that Hillary Clinton ought to be able to compete in, then perhaps you see the party establishment, more endorsements coming in.
Yeah, we got to run there. I just want to point out these in-trade numbers and these futures numbers. I don't know, they've never been like this, even though, you know, there was hopes in California, but they've never been so lopsided for Obama, and a lot of people say these are accurate more often than not.
Here's something to watch is what does John Edwards do in the next few days? Yeah. There's a lot of courting for his endorsement. Does he go with Clinton and try to save her? Does he go with Obama because he seems to be leading? That's going to be
he sided with Obama in some of those debates. Looked like they were even ganging up on Senator Clinton. We'll see what finally happens. Thanks, John.
Okay.
All right.